Hi guys, I hope you're having a beautiful day today. In this video, I'm going to be doing a channeled message from your future husband or future wife. There are 3 groups to choose from. Group 1 is the black quartz. Group 2 is the citrine. And group 3 is the clear quartz. So if you want to take a moment to center, focus on your breathing, and feel whichever group, maybe multiple groups, or perhaps all of the groups that you're most drawn to, I'll give you a minute to make your selection and then we'll get right into it. And there are timestamps in the description box of the video for each group if you'd like to jump ahead. And up next is a close-up photo of the crystals to help you better make your selection. Hi, Group 1. You chose the black quartz. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling and then dive into the deeper energy surrounding that, channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we. And then I'll follow that up with some standalone message cards and close out the reading with some initials. Okay, we have Strength, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, the Empress, 3 of Pentacles, the Magician, the Hanged Man, Ace of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Wands. I know that I ended things badly between the two of us and left you with a sense of wondering what you might have done to compel me to hold on just a little longer in the face of the challenges that were put upon our situation in the past. I know that you feel that you put too much pressure upon me to make a decision and that this is something that you have held inside as the reason that things fell apart. But I need you to know that you did everything perfectly. You were never the issue. You were everything that was near and dear to my heart. And so in this time that we have been apart from one another, where I have had ample opportunities to run from my feelings and have been forced to self-reflect, I have come to the understanding that it is part of my purpose in this life to make the changes that I need to make within myself in order to create a safe space where love can flourish with you. And you have been the motivation for cutting away from many things that had kept me blinded and in a lesser version of myself for too long, so that in an unrestricted way I can allow my truth to flow freely to you and hopefully to ease any sense of confusion that you have been holding on to, because I know you sensed that deep potential between the two of us once upon a time, and the reality of what that has turned into has been far from a beautiful fairy tale. I've been watching you from afar this whole time, even though there has been silence that has been so substantial you have had no other choice except for to turn your sights elsewhere as far as love is concerned. I have watched the moments when you've gotten your hopes up about other people. I have stuffed my jealousy down into a place deep inside, for I know I have had no right to tell you how you should be living your life. I have secretly celebrated when others have shown that they did not have the capacity to understand you as a person or to hold the vibration and frequency that is required to stand by your side in the light of day. Though I know you have had your share of heartbreak since we parted ways, there is a part of me that is reassured each time I see you back completely in your singleness, that there is still an opportunity for a beautiful new chapter between the two of us to be written. I understand time is of the essence, and that the future between the two of us will now look very different from the one that we had shared the understanding of wordlessly before. Perhaps it is for the better that things did not work out according to plan the first time around, because now I have the opportunity to rise to the occasion, to fight for your heart, to prove that I have changed and evolved as a person, and that time really has been our friend in this circumstance, for the ways that it has strengthened you and softened me. I feel that we are near to that place where we are the right versions of one another, to finally link up and create something lasting, so that as we continue to change and evolve through the years, that we are not doing so at a distance, but as a unified front with one another. You are everything that I could have hoped to find in a person, and I was too emotionally immature before to recognize that all I needed to do was say yes to you, and then magic could unfold and light our way along a path towards better times. I thought that I needed to become something in order to be worthy of what you were offering when you opened your heart to me. I thought that you would be better off elsewhere, that perhaps there was someone you would encounter that would be more ready in the present moment to give you what it is that you needed in a partnership. I see that it has always been you and me. We have always been pulled apart and pulled back together towards one another, and in this process of reshaping ourselves inside and out, we continue to become even more of a perfect fit for one another. There is no one else in my life at this particular point in time that is a romantic interest. I am planning the steps that I will take next in order to present myself to you in the light of day, in order to speak my case and hopefully begin the slow process of repairing what has been torn asunder between the two of us. I don't expect immediate results where you will be able to just trust me on sight. I know that we have a long journey ahead, but I also need you to know that the hope which still exists and glimmers in your eyes from time to time, as I am able to detect through photographs of you that I have seen, will not have been in vain. I know that you have been waiting long for me to return, and you have almost given up entirely, but that light of hope inside of you still exists, despite everything you have done to try and extinguish these feelings for a reason. It is that portal that connects the two of us deep at the soul level. It is that light that I follow home through all of my avoidance and in the midst of all of my healing, to be able to come into that place where I am finally able to accept that you and I have been divinely guided through time to this precise moment where we have intersected with one another. There's nothing else I need to look for outside of myself, because you are the only home that I want to come to. So, those are your messages. Let's see what else your future husband or future wife wants you to know. Okay, and we have, it's hard to admit that I was wrong. I want you. I want you in my life. I see you as my future. I'm sorry it's taking me so long. Please be patient with me. You make me happy. I want to make love to you. Please don't give up on me. I need time to work things out. Just know that I want you. Please be patient. I love you. I've made some mistakes in my life. I realized I was wrong. I'm sorry. And I cherish those moments we spent time together. I miss you. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. We've got T, F, Q, Y, L, X, B, W, M, Z, L, V, D, N, I, and S. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 2. We chose the Citrine. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we, and then I'll follow that up with some standalone message cards and close the reading out with some initials. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Hierophant, the Star, the Magician, Death, Queen of Swords, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. You are not who I thought you are, and this is causing me to rethink everything I have come to know up to this point in time in terms of what I was running towards for so long in life and in love that only left me in tatters and worse for wear. I just assumed when we first met that you were someone I needed to keep my guard up against, that you were just like every other person who I had invested myself with, only to come up empty-handed in the end. But you have surprised me in a most pleasant way, because you have not catered to the little tests that I have presented you with. You have held your own. You have had the courage to walk away when things did not align with what you felt inside was what you were looking for in a circumstance with a grown adult. And so it has caused me to look inside and to get down to the business of being very serious with the mistrusting part of myself that is resistant to open up and be vulnerable, real, and honest, out of a fear of being judged for who I am and then discarded further down the road. I love that you have shown me tough love so far, that you have held me to a high standard. I am forced now, in order to maintain a stance in your life, to tie up loose ends and to release the pity party that I had been dancing alone to the tune of sorrow within for so long. You've shown me a bright new beginning can exist within a person. I have tried so long to cultivate home as a sense within myself. I told myself that I didn't need anyone, that my loneliness was my surest companion, and that anyone who might come into my life at this point and moving forward, that I must be prepared to let go of at a moment's notice. but you are making me look at my choices with more seriousness about the long-term consequences of such thinking. I am looking around at the people that surround me and recognizing how vacant some of these connections are. And this is a matter of my choosing and something that I regret at the same time. I am starting with what is closest and most easily accessible to me. Interpersonal relationships where I am taking off my mask and letting the more unbearable parts of myself be known and shown in an outward way, in order to clear out people who have only been in my life for their own benefit, so that I can help others that truly have my best interests at heart understand that there is much more to me as well than meets the eye. I am inspired by your willingness to choose yourself again and again, and it is helping me to manicure certain things in my reality that were overgrown and were shameful, and that have blocked the ability of me to see you in your true form, and that your intentions were always pure and good with me right from the beginning. I know that I have some explaining to do, that there is a deep conversation that we need to have with one another, that I am trying to prepare myself to be courageous and say the right things to you so that you understand we are still evolving and growing with one another, even if I need to take this time to myself in order to think about the things that you have said, the ultimatums that have been laid in place, and to do what I must in order to develop beyond these things so that you see me as somebody who will be a solid partner in a long-term sense. I don't want to be somebody that is just left behind in your reality. I don't want to be like all those other poor souls that just have to watch you thrive from the background of your reality. I want to be there standing next to you in your main character energy, celebrating your every triumph, lifting you up in the times when you doubt yourself. And so it's important that I become very honest with myself about who I am, what I have been tolerating in my life overall, and what I can strive towards that will bring more balance and authenticity to me so that I can share that with you as well. You are a breath of fresh air compared to every romance I have had in the past. There is something that is like a life-giving energy or force that radiates from you and pours into me, even when we are in the same room with one another and not exchanging words at all. I feel you before you enter the scene. I have anticipated the times where you have reached out and communicated. It is almost as if you and I are wound within some kind of prophecy that I feared at first because I felt that it might shake me outside of my comfort zone in ways that I was not ready for, but which I now understand is an essential aspect of the destiny that I need to embrace in the here and now. I have been used to walking this road of life with only myself to depend upon, and I hope you can be patient with me as I clear away some of that debris that has kept everybody at a safe distance from me so that I wouldn't get hurt again. I know that you are someone with whom my heart is safe, that it is not fair to cause you to feel that you need to outperform the injuries and wounds that were left within me, that has made me pessimistic and skeptical of love. All I need you to do is to continue to be yourself, and you are already reshaping from afar the ideas that I have had about who I am and what that proper partner would look like that best aligns with everything I need inside and out. You are that miracle that I didn't even remember praying for. You have opened my eyes to the possibilities that still exist for me beyond the things that I had dismissed as long gone hopes and dreams from the past. I want to reimagine a new future with you. I want to create something that is closer to a healthy fairy tale so that we can both untangle ourselves from the disappointment when the toxicity that we had come to anticipate would be our reality never really came to pass. I don't want to add to your disappointment. I want to uplift you and help you see that you were never asking too much in love before. You were simply knocking on the wrong doors when it was always me who was supposed to enter and have that access to you. I promise you that it will not take very long for me to wrap up the cycle that I am in, to step away from the mindsets that have kept me judging this connection, so that I can simply be in the moment as you are, trusting in the feelings that flow intensely and at times simply trickle between the two of us. Even when I am buried within my own worldly concerns, I feel your energy adjacent to me. You hold a very special place in my heart. No one could ever replace you, and I do intend on making this very clear to you, as well as being more open about my intentions towards you and the future of our connection with one another. You will not have to be the one sustaining the weight of belief in this love story all alone. I am preparing myself. I am ascending. I am reaching that place within myself where I will be able to be that kind of partner that you need. So those are your messages. Let's see what else your future husband or future wife wants you to know. Okay, we have, I know I am blocking the connection. I'm just guarded. I know that I've hurt you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it's taking me so long. Please be patient with me. I want you. I want you in my life. I see you as my future. I've made some mistakes in my life. I realized I was wrong. I'm sorry. You are always on my mind. You are special to me. I just want you to know that. I'm afraid to open up to you. I don't want to get hurt. I miss your touch. And I was scared about how I felt about you. I've never felt this way before. You are special to me. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. We've got C, A, S, P, L, Y, W, X, M, H, F, L, R, I, J, A, E, U, and G. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 3. We chose the clear quartz. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we, and then I'll follow that up with some standalone message cards and close the reading out with some initials. Okay, we have the Fool, Seven of Cups, the World, Queen of Cups, the Hermit, the Star, the Magician, Three of Swords, the Moon, and the Hierophant. I feel you across the distance, and I am moving through all obstacles that surround me currently at a fast and aggressive pace, because I don't want to miss the opportunity to experience every little moment of the coming cycle and seasons with you. I feel that we are aligning with one another for a type of love story that is meant to heal the lives of people around us. I have been through my fair share of ups and downs, and not only has this hurt me, but it has created anguish within the hearts of the people that care about me. Everyone is hoping that I find my person, that I find my special someone, that I find my place within the arms of someone that is actually good for me, rather than another individual that will only leave me worse for wear. I put on a happy face, but I am profoundly aching inside. I have exhausted all resources as far as looking around in my present environment for that one true love that I have dreamed about since I was a child. I'm expanding my horizons, trying new things, and I am getting confirmations through dreams and downloads that this has in fact churned the energies which were once stagnant into something life-giving. I am getting confirmations from the universe that I am headed in the right direction. So wherever it is that you are on your journey, I need you to trust that I am coming. I wish I could speed up the hands of time and come to that place where we will have our first encounter with one another. I look forward to discovering if this will be an accidental meeting or something that feels so properly and well-timed. There are days when I look around frantically and simply demand that I be shown some kind of proof that will encourage me to take steps to get out of the rut that I find myself in for the most part. These days, when I do that, I am usually met with the requirement to go inside, feel into your energy, and allow that to sustain my belief that there is something better in love for me out there than everything I have known in the past. On the occasions when I am forced to get caught up in the monotony of my worldly circumstances, it is then that you grace my presence energetically, and although you are still a stranger and your face is unknown to me, it feels as if I have encountered a familiar friend in the form of how you simply emerge from an aspect within my heart space that I am coming to terms with and starting to create dialogue with at this very moment. I hope that meeting me in a meditative state will give you some reassurance that I am not just a figment of your imagination, but am in fact a flesh and blood person that wishes very much to align with you in the here and now. If your journey has been anything like mine, you have been tested and challenged to the point where you have had no choice but to choose yourself. I have come to understand that this is part of the preparation process for both of us, so that what we have to give in terms of love, honesty, and loyalty is something that has first been tested within how we are able to sustain and manage that for ourselves. The idea of loving you has opened me up to a deeper spiritual reality. I am clearing away patterns of how I have settled for less than I deserved in the past, or simply modeled my expectations for a relationship based on the people I saw around me, even the ones who were deeply flawed, and most painfully in the ways that I was always striving for something out of reach that might have mimicked the happiest couples that I have known. I understand that when we finally come together, it will be a sigh of relief for both of our souls, as well as that it will open the door to pouring more of a beautiful essence that I feel can be created between the two of us into everything that we put out in the world. It is important to me that I align with someone that has that similar desire to be that living change in the world they seek all around them. And so the more that I take steps in order to create that as my own reality, the more the door to my heart opens and I recognize the essence of you there. I know we have shared many previous lifetimes with one another, and that it is not accidental that we are both incarnate on this material plane at this time. I look forward to discovering every little thing about you, to memorizing the variety of your smiles and discovering the things that light you up inside, as well as the things that will frustrate you and will force me to discover new ways to kiss and make up. I want to be someone that helps you come to the understanding that you are radiant within all your imperfections, and as well as in the ways in which your healing has made you emboldened and proud of the person that you have chosen to become. I am cheering you on silently from afar, sending out that juicy, loving energy from deeply inside of myself, trusting that it will find you in amazing little ways. You are not alone. You are not walking this path blindly. I promise you that I am just as excited and anxious as you are to commence our love story with one another. I am going through the process of sifting through options very quickly. Everything that I encounter that makes my body feel that it is a no, I am heeding those warnings in order to not fall into unnecessary patterns and karmic lessons, which I have already had plenty of in this life. I know that there will be some part of me which simply relaxes in your presence, a feeling that I have never experienced with anyone else that will only become understood when I encounter you. It is that compass that I am allowing to guide me in unique directions internally and externally in the hopes that we will very soon encounter one another. I need you to understand that I am someone who loves deeply and loves totally. When I devote myself to someone, it is an unshakable bond. I will bring you consistency where others in the past might have brought you doubt or the inability to trust in your intuition's choice of a mate. I will be that person that helps you to rewrite the understanding of love from the ground up. I will be the one that helps you to understand your heart has always been guiding you to one very specific place. So those are your messages. Let's see what else your future husband or future wife wants you to know. Okay, we have, I'm sorry it's taking me so long. Please be patient with me. I never knew what love was until I met you. You mean the world to me. You are my sunshine. I just need some space and time. Please don't take this personally. I love you. Right now, I just need your love. You are special to me. I just want you to know that. I was being selfish. I'm sorry. I wanted to reach out and speak to you, but I always hold back. I love you. And I know that I've hurt you. I'm sorry. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. We've got Z, L, R, G, A, C, I, B, X, Y, E, O, S, Q, M, N, and R. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.